Final segment of ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra. We want to thank you for riding with us for the entire show. I know you just burning up inside trying to figure out who in the world we about to get these flowers to. But before we do that, I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to our YouTube page. All you got to do is just go to that search engine, search box on YouTube, type in Locked On Sports Atlanta, and it will pop right up. We have almost at 1,400 subscribers. We are heading there really quickly, and that's all because you guys have been rocking with us, and we really appreciate you. Got a really big lineup, ATL Day Ones. We got A to Z with Mark Zeno, and we got Hitting Hard with John Trickery. So, yeah, check us out. We are all there for you, talking Atlanta sports right here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. T, this is for the culture, where it's the intersection between sports, entertainment, and the culture, and sometimes just whatever the hell we want to talk about. That's just how we get down on this show. Now, T, Jayne Kennedy, for those of you who don't know, she is the first black woman to work on a national TV sports show, and it wasn't too long ago. Now, just for y'all people who who kind of can doubt this type of stuff. I think that she will be honored. She will be given the 2022 Roone Arledge Award. It is the award for innovation, and it's been given to her by the National Sports Media Association. And I just kind of want to give you the floor here, because I know that she's had definitely had some influence in you as far as getting into this industry, which is a very hard one to get into, by the way.
Yeah.
And I just want to kind of give you the floor and just kind of talk about how Jayne Kennedy had an effect on you, and what it means for her to be honored in this manner.
Yeah, and she's one of those. Jayne Kennedy Overton is one of those individuals who, if you've never seen her in action, because it was a short stint that
Right.
she had on CBS Today, and I believe was let go for, of course, reasons that would not fly in this day and age, but that
Right.
folks were able to get away from or get away with back in that time. And I bring that up because that's one of the critical pieces, that there's always someone who has to take that L and bear the brunt of discrimination, whether that's sexism, racism, or both, in her case, so that the rest of us can enjoy opportunities like this, where I'm able to sit at the table with Jarvis and have meaningful conversation about sports. It's
Right.
because of her. She's that person who really paved the way. So when we see a Pam Oliver doing her thing, who's really also been an inspiration to our generation, well, there was Jayne Kennedy first,
Yes.
right? So you
Mm-hmm.
look at what Jayne Kennedy Overton did in really, really standing her ground and letting people know that, yes, I was a beauty queen. Yes, I was a beauty pageant winner, but I was also an athlete, and quite a good one.
Yes.
And also an athlete who was schooled by her father and her brothers on what each and every game meant, understanding the intricacies of it. So she was never one who literally just stood in front of a camera and let the teleprompter do the talking. She actually
Mm-hmm.
knew what she was speaking about and stood her ground. So I really, really appreciate what she was able to do in laying that foundation. And I really encourage you guys, go YouTube her, because the other thing is, man, she just looks amazing. And when I say that, because she endured so much during that time, and yet she walked away on her own terms ultimately, because
Right.
she decided, hey, I want to take a step back. I'd like to raise my family. So she's been married for years and she's raised her family. That was a choice that she made. But ultimately, what she did in that short stretch of time still has an impact on us today, for those of us who take the craft so seriously and want you guys to know that when we're studying the craft and when we're delivering content to you, it's not something where we're regurgitating it. We're taking a page from her book. We're taking a page from Pam Oliver's book, if you will, and saying, hey, we want to be what those pioneers are and have been to us. So yeah, I'm just excited that she's getting her flowers, the Roone Arledge Award. I think that is amazing because, of course, he was just tremendous in his creativity and some of the amazing things that he was able to do to take sports to the next level.
You know what? And before we came on, in our preview meeting, I was just talking about like how for African Americans, I think the representation is a huge piece, right?
Yes, it is.
Because a lot of times when you see certain things, gives you the motivation to say, you know what, I could do this too. Because
Yeah.
I even talk about how I started playing sports, right? A lot of people
Hmm.
think that football was my first sport. Nope, not at all. My first sport was baseball.
Yeah.
And because in growing up in Atlanta, seeing some brothers playing baseball, that wasn't too out of the norm. Like I can run off
Hmm.
a whole list. David Justice, he's a little light skinned, but hey, he's still a brother.
Yeah.
Ron Gant, Fred McGriff, like he was my
Yeah.
favorite player. I love the crime dog. Like I literally taught myself how to bat left handed because of Fred McGriff, and I mimicked his after swing and everything. I remembered everything that he did as a player. Just from even down to the position that he played, playing first
Yeah.
base. So I think that I think it doesn't need to be undersold in how
Hmm.
that representation matters, and it
Yeah.
mattered for Jayne. Like I don't
Mhm.
know this personally, I don't have any inside information on this, but I'm sure Pam Oliver saw Jayne and said, you know what, I could probably do this too. And
Yeah.
when she was down there at FAMU at a HBCU, doing her thing. So I
Hmm.
think those are the things that you kind of take in consideration when people like this are being honored. Just saying, not necessarily for personal achievements, but the
Yeah.
type of effect that they had on a whole generation of
Sure.
broadcasters coming down the
Yeah,
line.
exactly. And now that you see so many women going in different spaces, like a Doris Burke who's leading as the play-by-play announcer for NBA games and not expanding her repertoire from being
Indeed.
more than a sideline reporter, or our girl Tiffany Green, who also does play-by-play and color commentary for just about every sport.
College football, whatever.
Right,
Whatever you
exactly.
put down in
Whatever.
front of them, she
Yeah.
gonna get down
There
with
you
it.
go.
Yes.
So when you think about all of those spaces that have really evolved from that one person sitting at the table and really taking her voice seriously and her craft seriously, so many of us have had an opportunity. And even me, I have had the opportunity last year to do some color commentary for college football. Couldn't happen, wouldn't happen if
Yep.
not for people like Jayne Kennedy Overton. So, yes, flowers to an amazing, amazing legend, blazing trails and reminding us that when we see someone, whether it's seeing a female or whether it's seeing a black male or whether it's seeing any person of color doing something, it does just excite you and encourage you to say, wow, okay, well, I kind of see me in that person. So maybe this is something that I could do as well. So hopefully there are people out there that are looking at ATL day ones and they're seeing something in us that tells them that they can get it done in whatever field they are in. So we thank you guys for rocking with us each and every day and appreciating what it is that we bring to the table. But after you check us out, make sure you stop by Hitting Heart with John Chuckery because he definitely brings a little funk and brings a little noise and might just give you something that'll either encourage you or at least make you think throughout the day. So appreciate you stopping by. Come back tomorrow and we'll talk Braves definitely, but come check us out for some other interesting things.
Y'all come back now, yeah.